Dear listener, ClockTower is intended for mature audiences and might be inappropriate or possibly triggering to some. Many of the themes and events in ClockTower are inspired by weird fiction as well as similar concepts, which means the show can get dark.
If that isn't something you enjoy, please listen at your own discretion. We here at the ClockTower care about you, so please put your mental health first. Our show will be here when you're ready.
Welcome to another episode of ClockTower, a D&D 5e experience. For those of you familiar with 5th edition, keep in mind that all of our players are playing a custom class called the ClockTower Agent. We also play with a lot of house rules in our games that we as a group collectively enjoy. We explain these rules as they come up, so if you're just joining us, you may need to listen back to previous episodes just to clear up any confusion. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and welcome to the ClockTower. Reagan, you stand over a broken and defeated Skeleton King as he looks up at you, using his arms to shield his face as Jaeger and Sam come to back you up, standing to your left and to your right. And you guys all hear behind you Rock's angered grunting as he climbs up on stage, and Skeleton King sees the tide that is Rock coming for his destruction and goes,
"Spare me! I am but a lowly Skeleton King!"
You'll see Rock walk towards, crack their knuckles loudly, and go, "You're mine, you bony son of a bitch."
Jaeger's gonna step in front of Rock and say, "Rock, 1 sec. It'll take a little bit of time. We just want to figure out what's going on here."
"Yeah, give him a chance!"
Ignore that.
Rock will look out in the crowd and go, "You're next."
Dude, the crowd murmurs. There's like a, oh my god.
Sam would like to step forward, have their dancing lights kind of spiral over to them, and they turn to the crowd, have the lights spiral up, and then explode into music, essentially. A peppy, rockish punk sound, enough to cover what we're actually saying. And that's all going to be done through Sam's minor illusion spell. All right, now we can talk.
All right. You. I walk over and pick up Skeleton King by the back of his, spine, I guess. And
He is wearing a jacket.
Oh, in the back of his jacket. No, never mind. I can still grab him on the back of his spine and pick him up. You can't choke. Stop it. Anyway.
You don't know that! You have no idea how skeletons work!
Holy shit, he's right. Okay.
Rock says, "I know that with one hit, you will be dust."
I am a rather injured Skeleton King!
As 3 skeletons behind you guys go,
Skeleton King!
No! Your singing duties are done!
all 3 of them look scared, and they make small bone jangling noises.
Ow!
With it. They all 3 hobble together and then clatter away.
My entourage!
What happened since the last time we saw you?
I don't know! There was a lot of blackness, and a lot of nothing, and then there was me! Skeleton King! Alive! Raised again!
Shush! Shush! Don't yell. Talk.
This is my talking volume!
Oh shit, he's right.
How did you get here?
There was a big hole! There was, light coming through it, and lightning striking the ground, and then I was there! Skeleton King!
You hear in the very distance.
I said shut up!
My entourage.
Well, how about we get them to take us there? Hurry, please.
Yeah, Skeleton King, why don't you show us where you showed up? Give us a tour, per se.
I would, but you're holding me up. My feet can't touch the ground. Which is impressive, because you're shorter than me.
You're very light.
I'm a skeleton.
You are. And I set him down enough that his feet touch the ground, and then I grab the back of his jacket.
He was just about to straighten his jacket, "Thank you, sir." But then you grab his jacket and go,
Damn it. It's this way, I think. 1 second. No, take a skeleton.
and the skeleton the 2 of you spoke to earlier runs in with the clipboard and goes,
Yes, sir. Where was that hole we came out of a week ago? Let me check.
and they flip through the notes again, and they tap something with their pen. They go,
It was in an open field about half a day from here. That direction.
and he points. And you guys kind of look in an area where there's like kind of a forest line, and it looks like their catapult has been made out of the forest line trees. As Skeleton King goes,
It's in the forest over there, apparently. I mean, if he says so, it's probably right.
All right, then we'll take him too. If that's the case, then 1 sec. Pulls out its pocket watch and pops it open real quick.
your pocket watch says 5 o'clock.
It's either 5 minutes, 5 hours, or 5 days. I'm not sure just yet. Do you think we can find a vehicle around here we can use?
Rock, in their rage, would go, I mean, there's a lot of people here. Wouldn't they have cars? Like in like a parking lot?
The Skeleton King reaches inside the pockets of his jacket and pulls out a set of keys.
Great.
I snatch him and throw him to Reagan.
Rock will say audibly, does any of us know how to drive?
I do? Me, Skeleton King.
I don't trust
The only
you.
thing you're gonna know is how to die!
Oh.
All right, is this a plan? Please tell me this is a plan.
Yeah, Reagan. And I pass you, Skeleton King. Or at least his jacket.
I grab Skeleton King by his jacket.
We should get out of here. Sam looks really pained.
It's time to go.
All right, great. And Sam will turn to the audience, raise up their tiny hands, and slam them down with a thunderous, all-around, thank you, Crowwall. Good night.
Question, are those guys still tied up?
I thought I untied them out of character, but they might just still be tied up.
I don't remember you saying you untied them. I think you said you were going to do something about that, and you got distracted helping Reagan.
That makes
Correct.
more sense.
So yeah, they are. So
Yeah,
All right, time to go.
cool. You guys head, where are you heading? You following Skeleton King?
Rock will probably say, like, we should probably check, like, out front of the building. There might be cars there.
Are there any cars back here? Or like a van? Like a band van?
What kind of keys are these? Do they have a little button?
They do.
Yeah. I try and search for the car.
You hear in the distance,
Can I find it?
yeah, I mean, it's that way. You guys,
Great.
I'm not going to make you roll. You guys follow the sound, and you see, like, a little dinged up car that looks like it could fit maybe 4 people.
Skeleton King sits on your lap. I point at Jaeger.
What about the note-taker skeleton? Can we tie him to the car? Please don't tie me to the car. Tie him to the car.
No.
You! No-taker skeleton.
Yeah.
We're going in the trunk.
Nope. We need him to show us the way.
He can scream.
The note-taker skeleton says,
I don't take orders from you.
Punch him in the face.
Oh no.
Roll to hit.
13.
contest. Note-taker skeleton is going to try and grab your fist like it's goddamn anime. And then, like, throw it down. Like,
Now.
If I succeed, I'm actually going to miss and then hit him in the back with my elbow into the jaw.
awesome.
14.
Natural 20.
Fuck, all right, well, there you go. That makes sense.
So, since it was an escalation and a natural 20, the note-taker skeleton grabs your fist and then, like, does the thing where he bends your wrist backwards and you're like, ah, and he, like, throws you backwards and goes,
I said I don't take orders from you.
and Skeleton King goes,
Note-taker skeleton, get in the trunk.
as he goes, yes, sir.
Does the note taker know how to drive?
The note-taker skeleton looks at Skeleton King and looks at you, and then Skeleton King says,
Well, do you know how to drive?
and note-taker skeleton says,
Yes, my liege, I know how to drive.
I pull out my gun, say, get in the driver's seat, and point it at him.
note-taker skeleton says,
I don't take orders from you.
Skeleton King?
Skeleton King goes,
Get in the driver's seat and drive. How hard is that? For the foreseeable future, as long as I am as beat up as I am, consider their orders as my orders.
the note-taker skeleton says,
All right, I will do so. And I will drive for you, my liege.
and holds out its hands for the keys.
I put the gun back in my pocket and hand him the keys.
Skeleton King watches the way you put your gun in your holster and goes,
That was pretty flashy. You should do that more often.
All right. Everybody get in the car. Sam, are you okay to sit on my lap?
Yeah.
All right.
Just
Shotgun!
Fine.
So Sam is sitting on Reagan's lap in the passenger seat. The note-taker skeleton is driving.
Well, I took shotgun.
Oh, sorry. In that case, you two are in the back. You are in the back seat. But there's enough space for Reagan, Sam, and Jaeger in the back seat. And even less, actually. And Rock in the front seat as Skeleton King goes,
What about Skeleton King?
Question. Car. If I reach in the back of the back seat, can I pull down
There's
the seat?
not really a back of the back seat.
So there's no way I can pull the back seat down.
It's like one of those cars
trunk.
that the back seat is all the way up against the back wall of the car, and it's real cramped with the front seat and the passenger seat. Like it barely has a back seat.
Is there a sunroof?
No.
Is there a trunk?
Yeah.
Skeleton King, come here. I'm going to like sort of pick him up and sort of bend his legs and arms inward. And
This is
put
very
him into a
degrading. I'm a
into
king.
bundle.
Skeleton King is sitting on your lap like a kid on Santa's lap, and it's just gonna be like,
I feel very weird about this for multiple reasons.
Yeah, me too. And Sam like pulls down their skirt further.
See? This
I
person gets it.
I lay my jacket on top of Sam's legs.
Thank you.
Rock will press play or like start fiddling with the radio.
the cassette tape that is in the player plays, and the speakers, way too loud, burst to life, and you hear,
All right, that's enough of that.
Wait, turn it back on. Just turn it down a little bit.
Well, I want to see if there's like a B-side to this. They can't just have one song.
But I like that song.
Why are you doing
Skeleton
this?
King on Jaeger's lap goes,
I'm pretty sure they have like one song.
Really?
Probably.
ooh,
Oh my
One
God,
song worth
drive!
listening to.
We can't drive without tunes.
This note-taker skeleton turns the car on as it roars to life and then sputters to a slow death. And the note-taker skeleton goes, and then it turns the keys again as the car starts to put, and roars to life again. And then he starts to drive forward. And then he stops and turns to Reagan and goes,
Where are we going, my liege?
To wherever you guys came from.
the note-taker skeleton nods, and the car starts going way too fast.
Oh my god.
Yes. And then the skeleton looks like it's just headed for the cliff.
I pull out my gun. Stop the car.
The skeleton like slams on the brake as soon as you pull the gun out of his
Ow.
mouth.
Were any of us wearing seatbelts?
No.
I wasn't.
I was not.
Everybody roll a dex save with disadvantage.
I hate to be that guy, but with disadvantage?
Yes.
You guys ready to go woo?
7.
5.
1.
You have lucky.
Oh my god! That's fine, it's not a 1.
Either way, what did you get?
7.
6.
8.
5.
Cool. So the note-taker skeleton slams on the brakes, and as he does so, also Skeleton King wasn't buckled because neither was Jaeger. However, Skeleton King got a 17. Unfortunately, he's only got 1 hit point left. So,
Everybody dead.
the Skeleton King and all of the ClockTower agents and everyone except for the note-taker skeleton slam through the windshield of the car
Oh great.
as the car doesn't even really stop on the edge of the cliff having stopped, but since it did stop, you see that there was like kind of a like the cliff goes to a point where if he had gone forward, he probably would have jumped a little chasm
Great.
and landed like fucking Evil Knievel on the other side. But since he stopped, you all slam into that rock face and then fall down the valley below, which sucks for a long time until you feel a crushing wave wash over you.
Alright. Yeah.
Well, the thing is that you're gonna take, let's run through, right? You're gonna take the blunt and slashing damage from the windshield.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're gonna take the crushing damage or the blunt, yeah.
I won't actually do this because I want us to be together. The moment I take blunt damage, I use mystical retreat to teleport away from the car in a different location. But
It wasn't an attack.
it's just when I take damage.
Is it really?
I believe so.
You could survive if you want.
But why?
Sam only mission.
Sam mission
It's
alone.
Christmas.
Because as everybody else is gonna take, just from the windshield
A lot of
alone,
damage.
bludgeoning and slashing damage, and then from the cliff on the other side, a bunch of bludgeoning damage, plus however many feet that threw you, you're gonna take a d6 per fall, like, per the amount that
Per
you
10,
fell,
yeah.
and then you're gonna take a d6 plus every damage of like, impact force every time you hit falling down the chasm, and that's if no rocks or the car doesn't crush you on the way down.
And to be fair, even if you live, you're not going to want to.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna calculate damage because I assumed that we were all on the same page that if you don't wear your seatbelts and you fly through the windshield of a car off the edge of a cliff, you're done.
Yeah.
You all fly through the windshield of the car and smash into the valley below on the other side of the ramp as Sam.
The moment I take any kind of damage, like the moment my head even just barely impacts the seat, I would like to use Mystical Retreat and teleport 30 feet back onto the cliffside and kind of dust themselves off.
All right, you dust yourself off as you're like, wow, narrowly saved yourself from
right,
peril.
guys.
And then you look over and you see that the car just like cascades off of the side of the cliff. And you
Guys?
hear like a bunch of distant grunts and like pained ouches. And then you hear a big crashing honk sound as a car goes off the edge. And then there's a moment of silence and a
Guys?
loud.
Oh no. Sam, still like locked eyes onto the darkness below, where like a small glowing fire reaches in their jacket pocket, pulls out the pocket watch, and he clicks it, not looking away.
And you kind of see that scene rush past you as you feel a force knock you backwards, and then like you almost like are able to visualize the transition from the world that you were in to sitting back on the couch in the clock tower. Everybody else like stirs to life, like opening their eyes, going as
Seatbelts.
All right.
We forgot the seatbelts.
It was like a fireball that hurt more.
What's the speed limit?
Sam, that really sucked, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, Sam, are you okay? I lost track of you.
I didn't.
God, they must have gotten
What?
involved super quickly. They were just a ball of glass.
Oh, I was fine.
What?
Huh? You get what? When was this a thing?
Okay.
Redo.
Let's go.
But let's put on seatbelts.
As soon as we
And-
get in the car, put on seatbelts. We
And
can start from the car.
We tell the note-taker skeleton to follow the rules of the road to get back to where they came from.
Why can't someone else drive?
I can try.
I would love to
can
try to
also
drive.
I don't want you to try.
Reagan
Why?
drives.
Either me or Jaeger.
Whoa, okay, wait.
You get an option, me or Jaeger.
No, I want to say.
Rock, paper, scissors, let's go.
No, I get to say. I'm a part of this team. I will get to drive.
Sam,
Go.
vote! Sam!
Sam sighs, looks at everyone, walks through the mirror.
do you guys go through the mirror?
Yeah.
We go through the mirror,
Yes.
and as soon as Rock gets through, looks, I may have gotten a little overzealous, and I apologize.
Sam, as they're talking, you immediately remember how fucking cold it is. And you see the bouncer as the lights in the warehouse continue to go off.
Wait, I thought we were just going back to the moment of us entering the car.
Oh, do you want to?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want
You
to
wanna
do all
do-
of that again.
You want to do everything the same up until that moment?
Yeah. I don't see an issue with it.
Actually, wait. We could just go around the back, grab Skeleton King, and then get into the car. And, well, we need the keys.
Yeah, all of that happened way too perfectly. Let's just go from that moment.
Makes sense. I look at my pocket watch again.
It's still 5.
Oh shit. Okay. All that time didn't go up.
Yeah, from
You're just gonna do everything you did the exact same.
Yeah,
until.
you're right.
All right,
before
roll
we
a
get in the
performance
car.
check.
Rock good. Rock good.
What'd you get?
24.
Cool.
25.
Cool.
15.
10.
You're not sure if everything you said was exactly the same, but you fake your way through most of it,
Yeah.
trying to remember. Sam does not do as well, but luckily Sam didn't have any major decisions that affected the majority of what was going on.
Yeah.
In that, like, the dancing lights are not the same. They're like in a different pattern and slightly different colors, but you guys managed to muddle your way all the way back to the point where Skeleton King is on the ground and you guys get the keys from him and you're getting in the car.
I want to look at Jaeger and Reagan and go, I apologize for yelling, but I feel like I never get to do enough on missions. Like, I always get ousted within the first 5 minutes. I would like to just try to do something cool. Can I please just try?
I put my hand on his shoulder. Rock, I love you.
Just give me a chance.
We died last time.
I wasn't driving last
What
time.
do you all of you mean last time?
Shh. I would just love to try. I'm not going to
You
do
laid me
anything
out
bad.
more than once?
I just really want to try it. Please. Especially the last time I was near this fucker, I died within 5 minutes.
Fine. Under 10 miles per hour.
Let's go!
We can do 15.
That's so slow.
We'll start baby steps. Rock is okay with baby
He
steps.
can drive for a little while under 10 miles per hour. If he does well, We can.
He's not going to be able to get over the ramp.
I'm sure. What do you mean the ramp? We can just go down the mountain.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's so lame.
Shut up.
Do you not need me to drive anymore?
No, we're good.
No, you're fine. Thank you so much. Just point out where we're going and how fast we need to go to get there.
Should I sit in the passenger side then?
Yes, please. Thank you so much.
I'll sit on Reagan's lap again, and then you can hold Skeleton King.
Rock, with a big shit-eating grin on their face, opens up the driver's seat, and you literally hear them go
Seatbelts, everybody!
as they get in, put on the seatbelt.
Why would you wear seatbelts? As the note-taker skeleton says, you always wear seatbelts, or else you might crash horribly.
I put on my seatbelt, and then I fasten my arms around Sam to make a seatbelt.
Okay.
And Rock, you start driving?
Rock being like, okay, 2 years of knowledge. I'm sure I learned how to drive at some point. Okay.
Rock, you're driving. Do you have vehicle proficiency?
No.
I have a question for you. Is there 2 pedals or 3?
There's 3.
I will say,
You're screwed!
Rock has been told by his family, I do not go above 10 miles per hour. So, Rock gets in the driver's seat, goes, okay, I was in the passenger seat. Let me see what I saw him doing. Put the key in. All right. My feet. Oh, there's 3. Why are there 3? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay. Middle one.
My liege, would you like assistance?
Which one is the go and which one is the stop?
You're going to need to shift first. Are you sure you would not like me to drive?
I got this.
All right.
So, shift.
You can roll to drive the car, and the note-taker skeleton is going to try and assist you. You get advantage.
Hell yeah. Straight roll?
You don't have vehicle proficiency, do you?
Nope. 7.
You have ClockTower die.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna do that.
You know what? Why not? I'll add one too.
Okay. Everybody's
Why?
literally backseat driving Rock.
It's so cute.
You get 1 for me, man. Sorry.
Jaeger also knows nothing about driving.
So 11 then, huh?
11. It's better than a 7.
Well, you don't crash. You also don't go very far without stopping. And then you go very far, and then the gears grind a little bit. And then Rock manages to get to go a little bit more. And the note-taker skeleton's like,
All right, now you move the no, not at the same time.
as the car like and eventually you get to the point where Rock is managing to move at a decent 5 miles per hour slowly down the switchback of this cliff, as all of you are so worried, even probably a little bit more so than when the note-taker skeleton was driving dangerously fast.
I will say, Rock, above all, is so happy that they feel like they're finally contributing to the team by doing something that isn't dying or getting overheated into
Rock
a fight.
is beaming.
Rock is so happy right now. Rock's like looking back at Jaeger and Reagan like, huh?
Pay attention to the road.
Oh, sorry.
I look at my pocket watch.
You still have 5.
Great.
Sam is awkwardly twiddling their thumbs.
Jaeger sort of looks at Reagan and Sam and sort of like nods his head over to Rock and just sort of like smiles and shrugs like, well.
Also, Rock, after a couple minutes, would look back at Reagan and go, you said if I was doing well, I could up the speed, right? You did say that.
The note-taker skeleton looks back at Reagan and shakes his head slightly.
Only if the note taker says it's okay.
It's not.
Okay. Keep going then.
All right, buddy.
You guys keep on this pace all the way there?
He will be so crushed.
Why don't we try to go a little bit faster, Rock? If you can't handle that, we should let
Okay.
the note taker take over.
Look.
I think you're doing a great job.
A little bit faster. I got this. All right. 18!
Oh wow, you actually start to get the hang of it. Everybody is impressed, including the note-taker skeleton. As Skeleton King is like,
All right, now we're kind of moving. Yeah, 25 miles per hour.
Good job. Stay under the speed limit.
What's the speed limit?
It was on the
The
sign back there.
maximum speed you are allowed to go in any neighborhood or road.
What is that, note-taker skeleton?
Right now it's 35.
Oh, I can go a little faster.
No. You should just stay at this speed.
Okay, that's fine.
The less you have to shift, the better.
25, 2 and a 5. That's a good number. All right, let's gonna keep going.
And after a lot of confusion, including at the bottom of the cliff, there is a stop sign, and then you guys have to get the car going again, which takes a little bit. You eventually make it up to 25 miles per hour, and then you come to the point where the note-taker skeleton instructs Rock that you guys have to go off the road into the woods, and they obviously have had some sort of vehicles do this back and forth, considering they had like a catapult up there that they managed to get up there somehow. And as you guys drive slowly through the dark woods, illuminated only by headlights, you end up like seeing a small crowd of skeletons around that you start to realize like that's like 15 skeletons maybe. And like some of them are sitting on the hoods of cars that have like broken windows, and other ones have like trucks that have pieces of wood stuck like sticking out of the back of them as if they were using those to like tow pieces of the catapult up there. And you kind of see like a little skeleton base camp that they have made here, that there's like little makeshift shelters for all of them, and one of them is like smoking a pack of cigarettes that doesn't seem to like the cigarette is burning down in their mouth, and they keep like putting it to their mouth and like taking it away like they're trying to exhale, but there's no like air going in or out of the cigarette. So like one of them like clatters to the other one, like they grab the cigarette, like they try it, and nothing happens. As you see all of them see the car coming up, and one of them like pulls what looks like someone, like they must have like jacked a display sword from some sort of like restaurant or something, because it is definitely not a good sword or sharp at all, and they like level it at you guys as the car approaches, and Skeleton King sticks his head out the window after like using the little lever to roll the window down and goes,
"Stand down, my minions! I have brought with me friends of the Skeleton King!"
and there's a confused clattering.
It like nudged to Sam. We're apparently friends now.
Well, it's better than disciples. That's progress.
Skeleton King leans into you guys and goes,
"I didn't want to say you're keeping the Skeleton King hostage, did I?"
Rock, getting closer and closer to the skeletons, looks to Jaeger and kind of like mutters under his breath, like, "I know I should stop, but I really want to plow through them. Please tell me to stop."
the note-taker skeleton goes,
"Please do not plow through my skeleton brethren.
Are you guys like related?
We are all one under the just rule of the Skeleton King."
Do you have like emotions and shit? I don't mean to diss.
Do you?
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll stop the car.
Skeleton King, and this is as everyone's getting out of the car, and I'm holding him on my lap with that. I go, "Hey, Skeleton King, where did you find all these skeletons?"
They were with me when I woke up.
Insight check.
roll.
14.
14?
Yeah.
You realize that he's not lying. He seems to be telling the honest truth, that they were with him when he woke up.
All right, that's good. You haven't killed anybody to rip out any other skeletons when you got here, have you?
The only person I have ever killed to rip out their skeleton, and even I didn't do that. That's far too messy for me. I have class. But my minions did rip out his skeleton once.
It sucked.
Then I used pieces of it to make a minotaur skeleton, and that's called art.
I never got to see that minotaur skeleton.
It was really dope. I gave it your sword. It was like you with a minotaur head. It was dope. The coolest thing I've ever created, bar none. Man, that staff was so rad.
I just tapped on the side of the head.
Ow.
You should stop talking now.
I'm just saying his sword is dope.
Oh, the sword is fucking fantastic. I agree. But,
Yeah, my sword.
yeah. Maybe don't antagonize the person with the giant sword.
It was a compliment.
Let's go. And Jaeger gets out of the car.
Good call. Rock will step out of the car.
The note-taker skeleton also steps out of the car and writes down some notes.
Sam hops off Reagan and kind of like straightens themselves out and then hands Reagan back their jacket.
And as all of you get out of the car, the note-taker skeleton says,
Would you like me to continue leading you to the hole?
Yes, please.
All right. Skeleton brethren, we are going.
Oh, okay.
as all of the skeletons like look around and they clatter back in like weird bone noises, and they look at like teeth clattering together noises at the note taker skeleton, and he says, Skeleton King goes,
Yeah, sure, parade, why not?
Do you guys have any other song?
Yeah, what do you want them to play? Do you have, like, fucking sheet music?
They read sheet music?
Wait, I mean,
they
yeah,
like-
they can read. Can you not read?
Can they?
Who can't read?
If I hum a tune, can they play it?
Yeah, do they have perfect pitch?
Like, can I just like teach them how to play something real quick on the way?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Dope. I hum Rock's theme,
okay.
and I try to teach through performance the skeletons how to play Rock's theme.
They do not get it at first. And then they kind of like add a little bit of a jazzy, like impromptu spin to it. Like some of the notes are out of place, but they're really just fucking vibing with it. And then they start going, and there's no stopping them.
Rock.
They just go. They start marching forward, and the note taker skeleton is like, well, they're headed in the right direction, so.
I want to transpose Reagan's theme to do a little riff of Reagan's theme on top of Rock's theme.
I can make that work.
Nice.
Are you gonna play the guitar with them?
Yeah, obviously.
yeah.
All right. And they all parade forward as Skeleton King's like,
Yes! See, look at how nice this is. You people parading around everywhere you go. You get to call yourself king. It's great. The best king ever.
He says under my arm as I'm carrying him.
Yeah.
Like a piece of luggage.
he like looks up at you like,
How could you not love this?
No, to be fair, having a random background music whenever you go somewhere does seem very nice.
I hired 3 of them to just say my name all the time.
Oh, one more thing. And Jaeger's gonna walk back to the car, pull the cassette out of the cassette player, slip it into his pocket, and walk away. and keep following the group.
Hurry up, we're falling behind. I want to hear the music.
as all of you are led in a huge parade performance forward. And when you finally get to where the note taker and Skeleton King have been leading you, there's like this weird tear just in the middle of the air. Kind of like the tears you saw that creature create in Valence. But this one doesn't look like anything necessarily created it. And it's got these like sparks of like lightning that looks like it's made out of sunlight that are just keep like arcing out and like hitting things. And you just see like there's a bunch of holes that look like skeletons have just kind of like clawed their way up from the ground. And the Skeleton King looks at it and goes,
See? It's a weird fucking hole. I don't know what the fuck you want. Like, I don't know. I woke up, I was next to it, I said, that's weird, and then I just continued on. We spied on the town for a bit, and I learned that there was a concert, and I thought, that's the perfect time to assert myself as king of this world.
Reagan nods his head, okay, and goes to inspect the hole.
how close are you getting to it? Because that lightning looks like it's pretty fucking mean. And it sounds terrible.
I mean,
And there's like a glowing that glows and then recedes light coming from back like deep beyond that hole.
I mean, how far out was the last lightning strike?
It looks like it's kind of randomly hitting anywhere in front of like 15 to 10 feet in front of it.
Great, I go 16 feet in front of it.
Sure.
To
So
look
you're
at
just
it.
on the edge of where like, and you can see all the like weird scorch marks around
Yeah.
it. And he's like,
Yeah, this is the one I woke up next to.
Now, you said the one. Have you found any more of these around here? Or is it just this?
Well, yeah, they keep opening up everywhere.
Oh.
Cool, yeah. That's what I was afraid of.
So this is all pretty bad. It looks cool, but it's pretty bad.
Like an album cover.
you guys hear a weird, horrendous, eldritch roar from deep in the forest.
I knew it. I was literally about to say, it's usually one of 3 things. It was like, where's the orb? Where's the monster? Or where's the really sad conversation with the past agent? Go, monster! There's a monster! Yay! Rock with a finger pointed.
You say yay, and one of the skeletons that's like going hard on a trumpet in the lead of the parade, just like out of the tree line, a tree breaks in half, and this 2-headed alligator thing grabs the skeleton in its mouth, rips it apart, throws it up, and like crunches one of its bones as another head goes, and you see this like centipede alligator thing come out and just scream at all of you as Skeleton King goes,
You again!
Oh, that looks familiar.
Oh.
Oh,
It's been
met?
forever.
It's a thing that came out of the holes.
Oh, you and I
That
have
makes
unfinished business, motherfucker.
You're just having a day, aren't you?
It's the two things that fucked me up!
Yes, that's what I'm
To be
saying.
fair, I don't think I touched you.
I pointed a random skeleton that was just playing the backing track of the composition. You're the lead man now. Play the lead. We have a fight to do.
That skeleton starts like playing the same song, but a little bit more up tempo, and Skeleton King goes,
More drums! Add more drums!
roll initiative.
We have advantage on this. Yeah. Oh. How'd you guys do? Well,
22.
6.
Jaeger, Sam, Reagan, Rock.
Yep.
All right. Top of the round is Jaeger.
Jaeger's gonna go look for it. He's gonna look around, see if he sees spots like maybe a tree that's taller and it has like some sort of handholds I can climb up.
Okay. Cool. Pretty easy to do.
Gonna do so.
You don't have a climb speed, do you?
I do not.
It is an action to climb the tree.
Gotcha. Yeah, sure. I'll take the action and climb the tree.
All right. Roll an athletics check.
In fact, I can't dash for it, but yeah. 8.
Yeah. You start climbing. Roll a dex save.
3.
All right. Roll a d10. Don't get a 10, because that'll suck.
Wait, no, it's
Right,
1. Sorry, no, I
so-
got a 1. Sorry, I got a 1.
Oh, I was
realize.
gonna say if you got a 10, I was gonna give you a d6 because you got 10 feet up and then you fell. But you didn't get 10 feet up. You just kind of slid down, and at the bottom you're like, Sam's turn. There are a bunch of skeletons everywhere and an alligatopede.
Does the alligatopede look like it weighs more than 500 pounds?
Yeah,
In that case,
looks like the front half of the alligatopede weighs around like 200.
in that case, Sam is going to spin out their pipe, which is turned into like a classic microphone.
Okay.
Point at the creature and go, stop! And the whole creature is going to slow down as I'm going to cast slow.
You hold creature?
I have slow. The spell
Oh
slow.
shit! Nice.
No, hold creature's like a 6th level spell.
That's what I was so confused. I was like, what? All right.
Please make
What's the save?
a wisdom save.
I think it passed. 16.
I will use a clock tower dice on it. Can someone else cast something on it? Because I just reduced it by 2.
Oh, and yeah, sure, I'll use the clock tower dice.
What is the save?
The save is a 13 DC wisdom save.
Wisdom.
I'll use the clock tower
So
dice.
it's a 15.
In which case, I just minused it by 2, which makes it a 13, which I need someone else to help.
I'm doing the mine as well.
Thank you.
That's gonna be minus another 2.
Then that means it's down to
11.
an 11. That fails, right?
Which fails.
Okay. You guys clock tower diced the alligatopede into failing the save. It is now slowed, which I believe half its movement speed.
An affected target's speed is halved. It takes a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws, and it can't use reactions. On its turn, it can either use an action or a bonus action, not both. Regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn. Oh, and a creature affected by the spell can make another wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
Okay. Reagan, your turn.
I have a quick question. What have we learned about the lantern before?
Eats fragments of Olm.
Yeah.
That's it? That's all we know? Cool. Just checking.
Also, when it contains, you do know that when it contains a fragment of Olm, you can use the fragment of Olm to steal, like, power of the clock tower away from clock tower equipment, which is what they were using it for in that world.
Yeah. We don't want that yet. We'll see. All right. I'm gonna run up to it and try and stab it in the head.
All right. Roll.
Nat 20.
There you go.
Roll damage.
That's a crit. Yeah.
Double damage.
Cool.
And double modifiers, because we do criticals hard.
16.
Cool. One of the heads of the alligatopede falls into ash and starts to fade away as the segment that you just like kind of chopped the head off of reels around, and it splits in half as several teeth rip their way through the flesh that was just there as another head of the alligatopede forms itself and shakes its head. Rock, your turn.
Rock will pull their sword out, run forward, and with the look of their eyes of, not again, bitch, they will, with their first attack, give a hearty side slash to the right next to where Reagan is, just going toe to toe.
All right.
Come on, baby. Nat 20.
Woo! Roll double damage. Cool. So that's 5 plus 8 is your modifier twice, right?
Yeah.
So 13 damage for the first hit.
That's my first hit. Second attack. 8.
That misses. However, you do destroy another head of the alligatorpede, and Skeleton King goes,
Do you want help?
Yes. Attack.
Go, my skeleton minions! Use the power of your fists!
and all of the skeletons rush the alligatorpede and start beating the shit out of it. And, like, there's, like, 15 skeletons, right? As I said previously. And as they start beating the alligatorpede, they quickly manage to do enough damage that they, like, run through one head and then the other and then the other. By the time the skeleton's, like, turn is up, the alligatorpede is almost fucking dead. Like, it's down to, like, just a single four-legged alligatorpede that looks at all of the skeletons surrounding it that are getting ready to beat the shit out of it again. As it screams to the air again, that same scream that you first heard in the medieval city and you hear now, as you hear other screams echoing it from the forest. And as the skeletons end the scream that this one is making short by that one with the display sword hitting it so hard that the display sword breaks in half, it falls into dust. And all of you hear your pocket watches tick once.
Oh. That's
5
neat.
monsters.
Holy shit.
Hey, Ellie again. Thank you for listening. As always, I'd like to thank our producer, Who's, at who's.music, and our editor, Cal, for making the episodes what they are. I would also like to thank our sponsor, Alpha Lupine Images, for donating the equipment to help us make more content with better quality. Thank you to Darbii, Cal, Parker, and Trent for their great performances. And thank you again for listening. We release bi-weekly, so episode 42 will be out on Friday, March 4th. Until then, time's ticking. See you in the clock tower.